And today with me in the studio is somebody that me and him have moved from being friends. We are brothers now. He's Dr. Kodjoe Sumney. I believe most of you watching him now will remember that he organized most of the Christian programs in different parliaments in Africa. He lived in Los Angeles for a very long time. We have had a very long heritage. Coincidentally, we are all Dangme boys. His Christian name, which he hides most time, is also Lawrence. So it's Dr. Kodjoe Sumney, but his also first name in his passport is Lawrence. And I'm Dr. Lawrence Tetteh. So you can imagine we've come a long way. But he owns a university, an institution here, and has some hotels around the world. And God has used him as a Christian statesman. But I love to have him on this program so we can share with you our experiences from. I've lived in the UK for many years. Of course, I left Ghana in the mid-80s. He left early 80s and initially went to France and then continued to America. And so we want to share with you how God has blessed us and how we want to be goodwill ambassadors to this country, Ghana, to bring back God's blessing. Good to have you, Dr. Kodjoe Sumney.
I tell you,
Wangani chume sanwaya dan sanwaya konongo ningo sanwaya pram sanwaya dodowa sanwaya somanya sanwaya jekun
sanwaya yes waya bomb
mechekmo sanwaya dangme land of church. And you also want to hear we are planning a very big crusade for the Dangme people, the Ghana Dangme people. Yes. We believe that we also need to make an impact in our community, and it's very sad we seem to be lost. And the Ghana Dangme people are hosting most of the great institutions in this land. Yes. But we seem to not have our place in society. And we want to make sure we use prayer and also education to bring our people together so our place will also be felt. So you're welcome, Dr. Kodjoe Sumney.
Thank you. I am so blessed to have you as my brother and friend. And I'm telling you, Ghana, we are blessed. I have been knowing Dr. Tetteh for the last almost 25 years. And the last time that I quite remember we met was when we were traveling from Greece.
Yes.
We stopped at UK and then we were talking. And in the plane, what really impressed me was when someone saw you and said, I don't feel well. And I know that you are a preacher. I've seen you on television. I'm feeling so dizzy. Could you come and pray for me? You didn't even get up. You just said, may the Lord of God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob heal you.
Amen.
Instantly,
Amen.
The woman fell down and she felt like, got up and said, I'm healed. Just like that, having to preach for almost 2 hours on the flight. That's how blessed Ghana we are. I'm so blessed to have you as a friend and a brother. But believers, let me tell you something about Lawrence Tetteh. Lawrence Tetteh is not just a preacher. It's someone that preaches and lives what he preaches. And you're going to Israel is really amazing because, you know, I went to school in Israel and I finished my doctorate in Bat Yam. And when you go to Israel, one thing about Israel, if you are hearing this program, please listen. Not just go to Israel. The moment your feet touch the ground, you feel like, yes, you have touched the holy ground. The baptism that you are going to do is just the baptism that you are going to do. Christ went to the same river. So when you go in that river, it's like incarnation. Something just come up on you and all of a sudden you are transformed. So believers, if you want to go to any place, come and go and experience the practical believers' experience. When you go to Israel, so you talk about the Dead Sea. You go from Dead Sea to Jericho, just a few hours walk, and you can see why Jesus Christ and the people that were called to go and walk around the wall of Jericho, you could see that the presence of God is there. Where Joshua walked is the place where...
Dr. Sumney, something happened. I'm not cutting you. Something happened. I remember about 15 years ago, nearly 15, 16 years now, I went with my aide. His name is Derek Obeyaponsa. I can never forget this thing. And I'm before the people of God. Listen to this thing. Derek Obeyaponsa has been my bearer as far back as 1992. So it's somebody I travel with. We've been around the world. Just like I travel with Emmanuel Amatefu. And Amatefu, my chief of staff. So we went with Derek. Derek could not keep a key, cannot sing. cannot keep a key, cannot raise. Everybody sings a song, even Do, Re, Mi, Fa, So. Derek could not do it. We put Derek in the River Jordan, baptized him. When he came out, he lifted up a song. How great thou art.
Wow.
How great. Till today, Derek Obemponsam is leading praise and worship. He became the head of my prayer team. He became, and then you realize that God has his way. And we can never forget that that thing happened. So did also a miracle happen about Israel that was so unique. I have a friend, a brother just like you, of mine, that is called Reverend Daniel Jesse Ankara. Most Ghanaians will know Daniel Jesse Ankara. In the early 80s, was a very vibrant man. He's now 62 years old now. He said he's had eczema and affair, I don't know what you call that one, on his face. This man lives in Ayawaso, old Ayawaso. Ayawaso is after Mfanko, before Pokwase. He's a very great man of God in Ghana. And he said because of that, he kept a beard. He's also always have dandruff. It's something that he's lived with all his life. So that's why he keeps the beard. We took him, and when we finished swimming in the Dead Sea, and we came out, he just called my chief of staff, Reverend Amate Few, that something has happened. What has happened? His body has peeled. Wow. Today, as we speak now, he's no more bearded. He started shaving the beard, and his skin is smooth.
Wow.
So there is something about Israel that you can. And you know what? I started going to Israel as far back as the late 80s. I've had great impact in Israel. I've spoken for Maurice Arello in Israel. I've spoken for Derek Prince in Israel. I've spoken for great men of God in Israel. In fact, even this year, I went to speak for Maurice Arello in Israel. But I've never, ever been to Israel, and my life has been seen again. Anytime I go to Israel, something happens.
Believers, if you're out there, don't waste time. Pick the numbers on the screen. Call and get yourself enrolled. Because very soon, already you have about 20 people already called. Last 20 people called and 10.
As at yesterday, 20 people have registered.
Called. So we are already getting full. And we say we are taking about 50 people, right?
Yeah, we don't want it to be too crowded.
So 50, we have 20, 30 more left.
What I intend to do is to make sure we get one coach.
Okay.
I also want to make sure that we go in one plane.
Okay.
I also want to make sure that we are not just scattered. You know, a coach takes between 50 to 60 people, the bigger coach.
Okay.
We want to have a fellowship. Okay. You know, that people who have not had the chance to travel out even with their spouse before.
Yeah.
That's money we are talking about to do the traveling. It's not a big deal. I mean, somebody spending about $3,000 to travel is not a big deal for a lot of people. But they want a place that they can go and want us to be in the same coach. So I'm believing God that it doesn't become the same hotel, doesn't become a big thing. We will eat together, we will fellowship together, we will lay hands together, we are anoint together, and then some of them too have had a chance. I've had the chance to minister to them practically.
Yes.
God, are people who are going to church, but they are not being fulfilled.
That's right.
Something seems to be missing.
That's right.
And I think that it will be a retreat. And this is the way I want it to be. I don't want us to stay too long outside.
Okay.
1 week. We go on a Sunday evening. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday evening we set up. So latest by early hours of Sunday morning, we are all back in Accra. So nobody will miss a Sunday.
Fully refreshed.
Yes.
That's good.
And what I've decided is that I'm going to do, you know, my team from Nigeria, I'm going to be doing that in April.
Okay.
My team from Ghana, I'm going to be doing that in March. And then my team in the UK, we are going to be doing that in May.
Good.
You know, May is my birthday, and so I want to make sure
Don't forget my
I
conference.
celebrate. Yes. No, I'll make sure I come to your conference. But you know, listen to me, child of God. You are wounded. You are hurting. You are worried. You are believing God for a miracle. You are believing God for a breakthrough. Something is not going well. Everybody needs a miracle. And remember, a miracle doesn't come from a man. A miracle only comes from God. I don't know where your faith has gotten to now, but hear me. some of you listening to me today, you need a place to take your wife out, to let her feel that this love thing. And sometimes it's obvious, like those of us who have stayed in it for a long time. After 26 years of marriage, I'm entering to the 27 years.
Wow.
I mean, sometimes you really need the hand of God to be able to rekindle again. How many years have you done?
I've been married for 34 years.
Oh my God.
Like I told you, when you go this year, I'm inviting everybody who can afford. Some of you who are out there who can afford to take your wife to Israel and remarry her and just give her that flavor. Let's do it. I'm going to do more this year when we go. So I'm expecting you and Reverend Matthew and Reverend Osabute, who said we'll be going for us too.
No, we'll be going with Reverend Hanopokusa Akodi has said she wanted to go.
Okay.
Reverend Osabute, we are arranging.
Yes.
Reverend Andy Donko is doing. And we have, in fact, it's interesting, the group we are going this time, I'm even wondering if well, those of you who want to go, I think I will advise you to start calling now.